The rain tapped softly against the roof as Mrs. Evelyn sat at the dining table, staring at her 3 children. "You quit again?" she asked. Her youngest son avoided her eyes. "It was too difficult, Mom." Mrs. Evelyn sighed heavily. Too difficult. That's always the excuse. Her children exchanged glances. They had heard this speech before. For years, their mother had been the strictest person they knew. She demanded excellence in everything. If they failed an exam, she pushed them to try again. If they lost a competition, she expected them to train harder. If they wanted to quit something, she refused to hear it. "No one remembers the one who gave up," she always said. To her children, those words felt cruel. That evening, her daughter Sarah finally spoke up. "Mom, why are you always so hard on us? Why can't you just let us rest sometimes?" Mrs. Evelyn was quiet for a moment. Then she pulled out a chair and sat down. "Come here," she said softly. "Let me tell you about a woman I once knew." The children gathered around. There was a young woman named Grace. Grace was brilliant. She grew up in a small town with very little. Her family struggled to survive, but she dreamed of becoming a doctor. Everyone believed she would make it. She studied harder than anyone else. She woke before sunrise, read by candlelight when there was no electricity, and worked small jobs to pay for her education. Then, life happened. Her father became ill. Bills piled up. Responsibilities multiplied. The pressure became unbearable. Still, Grace kept going. Until one day, she failed an important examination. Not once, twice. The second failure broke something inside her. People told her to keep trying. Her friends encouraged her. Her teachers believed in her. But Grace had convinced herself she wasn't good enough. One night, she packed away her books. "I've had enough," she said. She abandoned her dream. At first, it felt like relief. No more pressure. No more disappointment. No more struggle. She found a small job and settled into a simple life. Years passed. Then she began seeing the people she once studied with. One became a surgeon. Another became a professor. Another opened a hospital. Each success reminded her of the path she had left behind. She smiled for them, but every smile carried a little regret. Not because she failed, because she never found out what might have happened if she had tried one more time. As the years passed, the regret grew heavier. She got married, had children, built a family. Yet whenever she looked back, she wondered about the life she had abandoned. Not the success, not the title, the possibility, the chance she never gave herself. One day, she realized something painful. The greatest failure in life isn't falling down. It's deciding to stay down. Mrs. Evelyn paused. The room was silent. The rain outside seemed louder now. Sarah leaned forward. What happened to Grace? Mrs. Evelyn looked down at her hands. Her voice trembled. She lived a good life. Did she ever try again? Asked one of her sons. Mrs. Evelyn slowly shook her head. No. The children looked disappointed. That's sad, Sarah whispered. It is. For a long moment, nobody spoke. Then Sarah frowned. Mom? Yes. You always tell us that no one remembers the one who gave up. Mrs. Evelyn nodded. Sarah tilted her head. But if nobody remembers the one who gave up, she hesitated. How do you remember Grace? The question hung in the air. Mrs. Evelyn's eyes filled with tears. For the first time in years, her children saw something behind her strictness they had never noticed before. Pain. Regret. A wound that had never fully healed. A faint smile appeared on her face. Then she answered. Because. Her voice cracked. I am Grace. The room froze. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Suddenly, every lecture made sense. Every push, every reminder, every insistence that they keep going. It had never come from cruelty. It came from regret. Mrs. Evelyn wasn't trying to control their future. She was trying to protect them from carrying the same burden she carried every day. Tears rolled down her cheeks. I don't push you because I want perfection, she said. I push you because I know what it feels like to wonder for the rest of your life what could have been. Her children sat in silence. Then Sarah stood up and wrapped her arms around her mother. The others followed. And for the first time, they understood. Sometimes the people who push us the hardest aren't trying to make our lives difficult. Sometimes they're trying to save us from the mistakes that still haunt them. That night, Mrs. Evelyn repeated the words she had said for years. But this time, her children heard them differently. Don't give up. Not because success is guaranteed, not because the road is easy, but because some regrets last a lifetime, and some dreams deserve one more try.